Hey y'all, welcome to a Brawlhalla video. Oh my god, why is my controller so greasy? Anyways, today we're going to be talking about Orb and how Orb, generally speaking, as it
Online.
is currently right now in the meta, is really fucking good. And I genuinely think it's because every other weapon's just been hit with nerf after nerf after nerf, and Orb's been either getting micro buffed or just completely left untouched. On top of that, all of the Orb legends that like have fucking Orb, every single one of them but Red Raptor is Yana buff. But Red Raptor is broken. So that doesn't even matter. Like,
Fate.
they micro buff every single patch for absolutely no reason at all. Like, this character did not need micro buffs.
Fate.
And Dusk, again, buffed every single patch. Thor, buffed every patch. And again, Thor has hammer, best weapon in game. Petra. I don't know if Petra's been buffed every patch, but Petra's just kind of been left untouched for years at this
Petra.
point. So like there's definitely power scaling, if that makes any sense, and like how good legends are and how certain characters are just becoming more successful simply because they've either gotten micro buffs or just haven't been touched in forever. I mean, Ezio's a prime example. Bro hasn't been touched in forever,
Ezio.
and he's successful orb legend. Reno, but the only thing holding Reno back is Blasters, and obviously Blasters is currently in this meta either bottom three or arguably worst weapon in the game. But we'll get to that in a different video and why I think that is. But yeah, let's just get into me playing some experimental. I've queued this guy a couple of times. I think the weapon might be Koji, so this might be a high level Koji we're playing against. Like this Koji's a high level, but I've queued this guy in
Three,
ranked
two,
before on one of my
one.
cross progressions.
Brawl.
I don't think he's that high up. Ooh, lag. What the hell? But I think what makes I think what makes Orb such like a good weapon. Oh my god, he's like breaking me. Is not only like the priority that Orb there just generally has. Like what the fuck? Can we get a replay on that? Like why am I like Loki getting washed right now? He's playing like a whore. Passive as fuck. First we queue a fucking passive Goji first game on. Like what? Respectfully. Nah, but Orb's just ignore the gameplay, but Orb's just genuinely in such a good state right now. And I think sidelight Sarah being such an easy move to land. And Sarah maybe not killing an early percent, but definitely being like a good kill option. Obviously we have Nair being either untouched or actually buffed a couple patches ago, I think. So this is like old news, but sidelight Nair Sarah is unjumpable now. And obviously what makes Orb good in its own right is just how fast all of its aerials come out. In earlier percents, you can kind of just throw out Nairs and just juggle. Endlight's a kill option, ridiculous active range, ridiculous hitbox. It's a read tool, it's a combo tool. Endlight does everything for you. You can just dash D-Light, kind of just catch people who don't have brains. This guy, like, low-key has a brain, so it's just not gonna work. But generally speaking, Orb's just really good right now. And I think that's the scary part is Orb's such an underutilized and like underdiscovered weapon. Like every weapon there are a lot of weapons we have like fully understood. Like guitars, we know everything that's possible on guitars, we know everything that's possible on like gauntlets, you know. But it's like Orb's one of those weapons that just hasn't been like fully labbed and explored. Did you know there's a true 3-piece on Orb? I didn't know there's a true 3-piece on Orb. That's a lie. Yes, I did. I've known about it for years. Orb, for years, has had true 3-pieces. And it's not like random weird niche 3-pieces, it's like consistently true 3-pieces. Orb is, again, the only weapon in the game that has like true consistent 3-pieces universally across all Orb legends. and that's because their side light's true. At lower percents, their side light is true. You are guaranteed like 40 damage if you land a dare in low percents on orb, and I think that's just kind of ridiculous. I will say Dusk is probably my least favorite orb legend, even though Loris has been absolutely dominating on Dusk, and so is Java. Java and Loris, of two completely different regions, have been dominating on Dusk in these past 2 tournaments. I mean, Loris has, like, South America on a fucking leash right now. With the way Loris is just absolutely penetrating Yuz and Kaina with his Dust gameplay is actually disgusting. Also, I will say, talking and recording a video at the same time is so hard. This guy wasn't that good, but like, I was low-key just throwing. Of course he ducks the rematch. I'm up on him in rank, that's why. But like, another good orb legend that's not really talked about. Another good orb legend that's not really talked about who has insane stats is Fate. While you can rock the 4 defense, like I like to rock on Fate, or you can run 5 defense, it really is just up to you, because it's just like, Fate has such high damage and high speed that I don't think running defense is just worth it. Unless defense takes out of attack, I'll check after this match, but if it does, then yeah, running defense is worth it. But I mean, again, it's just that high speed orb. My god, why am I lagging? That high speed orb is just, like, it's just so nice. And like, orb ground pound's actually unpunishable. Like, that's a move you genuinely struggle to punish. Because it's just, what other ground pound has such a big disjoint? If a disjoint at all. Oh my god, I'm getting clipped. That's what I get for one-tricking my main weapon, experimental, for like 2 hours straight on stream. Oh. Oh! That's right, Fate's good. I'm actually so bad. Please don't get clipped here. Please don't get clipped here. And that's why Orb's broke. What? The weapon's just so easy to confirm kills on. And like, Orb's one of those weapons, mediocre to, like, Orb's low-key, it's not easy to learn, because it's not just side light Sarah. That's like, because every weapon in the game's easy to learn. But Orb actually just has so much, like, niche combos, to the point to where, like, it's one of those weapons where if I were to drop an Orb guide, I guarantee there's stuff in that guide that you just wouldn't know about. But when you get bullied by Orb enough, you learn things that shouldn't be on a weapon. Like, again, Orb has 50-50 dodge reads. Orb has true 3 pieces. What other weapon has 50-50 dodge reads and true 3 pieces? The only weapon I see competing with Orb is Hammer. And Hammer's like, oh, I'm so I genuinely think what just makes Orb so good is its just ability to absolutely dominate neutral. Orb doesn't necessarily have a good advantage state, but it doesn't have a bad disadvantage state, and it's just even in every category in this game. And I think a weapon that's like perfectly balanced is the perfect weapon, if that makes any sense. And I mean, like, to put into perspective, like, that's a 2-frame string. 2 frames, easy 2-frame string. Like, no weapon's getting like consistent strings like that. And what makes Orb so viable is, like, let's say they're in like 130, you know, that's just straight killing. Side light Sarah doesn't kill till late, especially on bigger maps. But like, this just catches so many dodges. So, you see what I mean? The 50-50. If one doesn't catch it, the other will. And the 50-50 is side light nair, turnaround recode, side light nair, recode. just like one of those things where it's just such a liable string for confirming kills on this weapon. And then of course we have Nair, Recove, if you're feeling real fancy. Like if they're at, let's say, this is all on random by the way. Like let's say you get like, you're able to react really well with Nairs on Orb. That's just the stock right there. I don't know, I think that's what makes Orb really good. And then another really prominent feature of Orb, which is just such a dominating thing about the weapon, is end lights. Like, the fact that this is even like a thing, or hold on, let me hit it. End light, end light, end light, end light. They fast fall at catches. You can just kind of catch people with end lights over and over, and if you catch their dodge with an end light, if you catch their dodge at all with Orb, you can go for like, if you catch someone's dodge at all with Orb, you can pretty much get this confirmed every single time. And what makes Orb such a dominating weapon, especially if you catch someone's dodge, is the Orb 0 to them. And that's sideways, Sair, Nair, or sideways, Sair, Dare. And after that Dare, it's a falling Nair into a Sair, and after that, it's just Nair, Sair, Nair, Sair, Nair, Sair. I don't know. That's why I think Orb's just such a viable weapon in current meta. Yeah, but that's about all. Maybe I'll drop like an in-depth Orb guide. Maybe later. Because Orb has a bunch of like super sneaky tech on the weapon that just makes it really good. I mean, even things like that kills like orange. Not even, that kills earlier. But like that's a super niche read. It's jumpable and super dodgeable, but a lot of people when they put in that situation off stage, they don't dodge it. It's good to go for. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Tune in next time, you know, drop a follow, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Check me out on TikTok.